creatures, it's Em and welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. My name's Em, I'm a former zookeeper and I'm a digital animal educator. Today is a super exciting video. I've been waiting a long time to make this video. Today I will be unboxing two new reptiles. This might become a little bit of a theme over the next few months, so if you enjoy reptile unboxings, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, become part of the creature crew, and also hit that notification bell down in the corner there so you don't miss a single upload. Unboxing, that's what you're here for, it's the unboxing. If you are a regular on my channel, you might notice I'm in a completely different room to where I usually film all of my reptile videos. That's because we are welcoming in new reptiles into the household, and as such, it's a great idea to quarantine. So part of the quarantine procedure is opening the reptiles in a completely different room. So today we are in the kitchen. It was gonna be in the bedroom, but due to the fact that Colorado has had a very rare overcast day today, in terms of lighting, I just looked like more of an ogre than usual. So today we're unboxing in the kitchen. Today we will be unboxing two brand new crested geckos. Now I'm super excited about these because they are going to become part of an ongoing breeding project. That's right, over the next couple of months I will be setting myself up to have a space where I can breed a couple of species that I am really interested in keeping. Some of these are snake species which are not particularly well represented in the reptile hobby, but also crested geckos because number one, I've done it before and I love them. I had a small breeding project going on in England, nothing particularly special, but I would like to focus on higher end, really high quality geckos. I mean, affordable as well, and I will be offering them up for sale and rehome to some of you potentially, so stay tuned for that. But just to sort of ease my way back in, I thought I would focus on a couple of very easy projects. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the first of our two boxes today. I have just covered the labels just for a little bit of privacy because you know addresses and not giving your address out to literally thousands of people on the internet. This first gecko that I am going to be unboxing is the first gecko that I purchased recently as part of a breeding project. It's a gecko from Roaring Racks. You might already be familiar with Roaring Racks. And I'm using a knife very gently because I did have scissors and I put them down like 15 minutes ago and I swear they've wandered off. Stuff just does that to me. I swear I put things down and they're in a completely different spot to where I left them. But let's go ahead and unbox this gecko. This is how the package looks on the inside. It's really well packaged. Let's lift up this flap and we have brown paper. He's alive, which is always a good thing. I had him shipped overnight express via Ship Real Reptiles, I think it was, and he was held at a depot so that he wouldn't be traveling around on a delivery truck. But here he is. Oh my god. Oh, he's so beautiful. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, but here we go. There he is. Look at you. Welcome. Oh my goodness. It's been so long since I had an adult crested gecko and I've forgotten almost just how big they are. His head is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, those crests. Have you been shedding, or what's going on with your nose? I think he might actually be getting ready to shed or has eaten some shed. Let's pull him out. I do not know anything about his actual temperament other than the fact that he has been a proven breeder in the past. I don't know if he's going to be the kind of crested gecko who likes to yeet himself into the abyss, or if he's going to be the kind of crested gecko that's going to immediately chomp down on my finger. So this is going to be a learning curve for us all together to enjoy. Let's go ahead and open him up, get some air circulating in there. He is definitely well protected in here. Oh my goodness, hello! Oh, look at those colors. He is exquisite. Oh my goodness, those colors on him are insane. insane. He is just like Sploot, a frog, but so these geckos can have tails. They often do have tails as adults, but the vast majority of breeders do end up dropping their tails. They never regenerate. Now, for me, unfortunately, I can see that he has already begun to shed. He's got some shed going on just behind his head, and it looks like he's successfully taken off both of his eyes. Oh! Come back! He yeeted himself onto the other crested gecko's enclosure. All right, come here. Now, I don't want to stress him out too much, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and keep him nice and still instead of actually bringing him up to the camera. But what I will do so that you can just feast your eyes on his beauty is I'm gonna put him in my light box for a moment after this video and just insert some clips for you. Hello, are you just going around cleaning your eyes? You're so beautiful. Now, as I said, this is an adult male crested gecko. I do have Sploot downstairs, who is a juvenile crested gecko, but their size difference is insane. They will not be sharing an enclosure at any point because they are both males. At least I think Sploot downstairs is a male. I can see some paws, but I'm not willing to ever put them together to chance that. But a little bit more about this particular gecko and why I chose him is he is a harlequin. Harlequin crested geckos are my favorite kind, in particular tricolors, and what I would love to produce are tricolor extreme harlequins. And the way that you can understand he's a harlequin is he's got these little, like you can see the brown sort of coming down, he's got this beautiful pattern. He is a, oh, come back. But overall, I'm really, really happy with him. He looks spectacular. He does have a name, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I did joke that I was also thinking about calling him Chungosaurus Rex because he's so big. Thank you so much to Roaring Rex for entrusting him to me. What he's going to be eating is a diet of mostly Pangea. Get off my camera! Come here, you can't attack my camera. What he will be eating is mostly Pangea, as well as Repashy, and then dusted insects such as dubia roaches, as well as lots of crickets. So that's going to be his main diet. Isn't he just exquisite? Look at him. He is so beautiful. I love those crests. That's another reason why I chose him, is not all crested geckos are really equal in terms of their body structures, and I like them kind of like short with a big wide head and big floppy crests, rather than these sort of longer, thinner geckos with longer faces. So yeah, he's looking great. Okay, next up we're going to be unboxing my new female crested gecko. Again, very gently we're going to open her up because the box, that is not her, because you never know what might have happened in transit, and although all of the breeders who I've purchased from are extremely professional and I trust them implicitly, you just never know what might have happened in transit. You know what delivery drivers and freight carriers can be like, so hopefully everything will be in order. I have the power! I don't have the power. My knife does though. Once again, packaged lovely with this polystyrene on top as protection. Oh, and we have a little cooling pack because it has been very hot here in Colorado. And let's go ahead and have a look, see if we can find her underneath all of this newspaper. This is such a tease. So chunky, I love it. Hi, look at you. I wasn't expecting you to have a tail, and yet here you are with a tail. I know. I don't know why. I just assume now that every breeder is a frog butt, but apparently she's proving me wrong and she has a tail. I'm not nuts about the fact that she has a tail, and the reason why is because it always freaks me out when they drop them, but here we go. Let's go ahead and lift her out. Hi, sweetheart. Come on out. Hi. So this gecko came in from Derpy Dragon, or Derpy Dragons, I think. And she is a beautiful yellow partial pinstripe. She's known as a partial pinstripe because they have these pinstripes either side that kind of go either side of their back all the way down their tails. And in some geckos it can be really prevalent, and in others it's not quite that impressive. So she's got a partial pin. There's a couple of breaks there, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I'm planning to do with her, because what I would really love is to produce harlequins and tricolor extreme harlequins, but she reminded me so much of a crested gecko that I used to have back in England, who was my first breeder. Her name was Nano Bean. I'll insert a picture of her here so you can see what she looked like. And she just reminded me so much of her, and I just thought, you know what, if there's a project I can use her for, then I will, but if not, then she'll be a pet. I can see where she has been bred from in the past. You can see her crests are a little bit floppier because that's where males will bite onto when they're mating. But overall, what I really loved about her is just her sheer size. Again, she is not one of these sort of long, spindly crested geckos. She's quite hefty, and I like that in terms of crested geckos. So yeah, she's gorgeous. I love her eyes. She's absolutely breathtaking. I can see that she might have some red or orange influence in her as well. I can really see it behind her eyes. Her belly looks so much like Nano Beans. It's absolutely insane. But look at her shape. She is obviously eating very well, and she will continue to eat very well. I like her portholes that she's got going on back there, and she seems very relaxed. In fact, I think she seems a little bit bamboozled. She's like, where am I? Now, I actually don't have much in terms of lineage for her, whereas for my other gecko, who was intended to be bred to be a breeder and to be very high quality, she has no lineage. So again, if I were to produce any offspring from her, it would be a little bit of a surprise. I wouldn't know exactly what I'm getting, whereas I know the lineage of my other gecko. So although she is healthy and she has been proven in the past, meaning that she has produced healthy eggs, which are viable and produce lovely offspring, I might be looking at potentially some brindles. There might even be some flames in there. There's obviously yellow, there could be some red, or I could be yellow, I could be purple. So yeah, she is definitely going to be an interesting one for me if I do decide to breed her. I haven't really committed to that thought just yet, but the most important thing is that she's healthy, and she reminds me so much of my first female crested gecko, Nano Bean. So I really hope that she's gonna be just very happy here, and one day I might find an appropriate male for her. I don't see how she would fit really with the male that I have now. I'd really like to save him for harlequins. What are you doing? You're just holding yourself? That's okay, I hold myself too sometimes when I need additional comfort. Her head is nice and broad, actually. It doesn't look as broad as the males, but he is just like a super well-structured gecko. So if he's gonna be in like my A team, I'd say she's gonna be in like my B or C team for breeding. So yes, I mostly wanted her in terms of being able to have her for a pet, and I do love her colors. I think she's extremely striking, and she is going to need a name. My male does have a name because he has lineage, but she has no name and no lineage, so she's going to need a name. If you have any name suggestions, please leave it down below, and I will get her set up in quarantine alongside Chungosaurus Rex. Oh my goodness, I can't call him Chungosaurus Rex. Are you gonna be athletic? Are you gonna jump? No? I'm not that athletic either, darling. That's fine. You and I can just sit around and eat. I'm going to go ahead and weigh them now, and then I'll get them all set up for their time with me in quarantine. Yay! Right, so very important before I get carried away with all the potential breeding projects and all of that good stuff, like settling them in and taking pictures and just fawning over them. Very important, I should record down their weights and any other additional notes. I'm doing this one-handed, so I do apologize for the shaky camera, but here we go. Let's set this up. Is it on grams? Yes, it is. Come on back. Come here. I need you on here. There you go. Perfect. Let's take a look. You are 50 grams, but I'm going to do this again just to make sure that we're absolutely definite. So I know you were holding on to something with your tail just then. Go on down. 50 grams, very nice. And one more time, just to be certain. Hello, Miko. Go on down. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Miko. Miko just did a fart. Yep, 50 grams. Fantastic. So she is a solid 50 grams. I like that. Like that a lot. And if you're unfamiliar, what these numbers are is you sometimes see like 113 or, 125. You might be familiar somewhat with seeing 3 numbers separated by decimal points. And if you're not, if you aren't familiar with actually what they mean, the first number is the amount of males, the second is the amount of females, and the third is the amount of undetermined offspring. So if I had, for example, today, if I were going to be noting them down as a sort of a group, then I would put 1 for male, 1 for female, 0 offspring. Or if I ordered in 3 females and 1 male, it would be 1 male, 3 females, 0 offspring. So that's essentially what those numbers mean. But because everybody is separate and these two are not going to be part of the same program, she just gets her own page. She's a female, no offspring, no undetermined offspring, no males attached with her. She's a yellow partial pin from Derpy Dragon. Her weight is 50 grams. I'm going to put some additional notes here just about my thoughts about her structure and everything else. Today's date, I've done the American date, so if you're in the UK or any other part of the world, you'll understand it's actually the 14th day of the 7th, 2021. And this cue up here is just something I put for myself. Quarantine she's going to be in for 30 days, meaning that she'll come out on the 13th of August. So yeah, she'll be in quarantine until then and not in contact with anybody else and not in the same room as my other reptiles. So there she is. Look at you, you're so beautiful. You are a chonky one, huh? Yes, you are chonky. Look at that tail. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And next up, we're weighing my male. Here we go. He has a tendency to leap forward a little bit more, so I just want you to stay there. You are apparently 52 grams. Are you licking your face? Hi. And let's just try that one more time. Come back. Come on. Up, 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 up. There we go. Very nice. Oh, hang on. I have to reset this. For some reason, it says 2 grams. We don't want that. Come back. There we go. You stay there. Oh, so it said 52, now it says 51 grams. Let's go one more time. So we've gone from 52 to 51. And go on. 52, 51, 52. So we went 52, 51, 52. All right, there we go. That's consistent now. 52 grams. Fabulous. Again, this is for him. He is from Roaring Rex. He'll be in quarantine for 30 days until the 13th is today's date. His arrival in is 1 male, 0 female, 0 offspring, or undetermined offspring. No additional notes at this point. So yeah, there he is. You're all done. You're about to go into quarantine, mister. But that doesn't mean that you won't get lots of yummy foods. Thank you all so much for joining me on today's unboxing video. What do you think of my breeding plans? And if you are a knowledgeable crested gecko breeder, what would you pair this female with? Let me know in the comments below. I am so excited for this next chapter as I add another project to things that I'm currently working on. I'm really excited to be keeping adult crested geckos again. I love sploot, but there's nothing like the feeling and just comforting weight of a big crested gecko, and I'm so ready for babies again. I never get broody for myself. I'm never like, I want to procreate and produce a mini me, but I do want my animals to procreate and produce mini thems because they're far better off for this world. Yes, the world's not ready for any of my offspring, but they might be ready for yours, if I can find you a suitable male. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in another video soon. Bye!